Hey, rich friends, it's your girl Cha Cha reporting live from the Money Mantra, and we are back with another Forex education video. I created my channel to help as many people as possible become independent and profitable traders. So if that sounds like you are in the right place at the right time. So welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for coming and spending some more time with me today. You guys know I try to post as consistently as possible. And at this point, we're over 300 videos in, and they're really geared towards beginners or anybody who just wants to improve their trading or learn a high income skill. Now, if you are new here, I encourage you to explore some of the playlists that I have. They're organized by different categories like indicators, candlesticks, market structure, entry points, strategies, and things like that. So get nosy. And if you have a question and you don't see a video on something you would like for me to review, just go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Now, in today's quick video, I'm going to be doing a trade review. This is actually the first trade review of 2025. And we're going to be looking at a Euro USD trade that I posted for some of the people that I am mentoring. Now, when I post these trade ideas, I typically will show areas of support and resistance, and I will offer a few different ways to enter the trade, like market execution, if you want to just hop in, or some entry points. So for this particular trade, we were looking for buys, and this was on January 21st, 2025. And I set a buy limit at 104.00 or lower and a buy stop at 104.300 or higher. Now, I did offer a few different areas to target based on previous levels of support and resistance. And that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today in this video. Now, I did leave a note here that if nothing triggers, nothing happens. And I always encourage people to look at their own charts and not just hop onto signals, right? It's better to teach someone to fish than to constantly be providing all the answers. So I was analyzing my initial chart on MetaTrader 4, and this was the analysis that I saw. Now, as you can see on my chart, I have two indicators, and the first indicator is the purple line you see at the top. That's my EMA. And the second indicator I have at the bottom is my stochastic. Now, I do like how on MetaTrader 4, you can add little notations to your indicators. And as you can see, I have 5 different indications on mine. Uptrend started, take the trade, cross up, buy, cross down, sell, take the trade, and downtrend started. So as you can see, my stochastic was right near that 70% line, giving me the confirmation to take the trade. In addition to that, I also saw that the market was crossing above the EMA, pushing to create a new high on the 4-hour time frame. Now I'm going to go over to TradingView and we're going to look at this a little bit more in detail, just so I can explain my thought process when I took the trade. Now, just as we saw on the MetaTrader 4 screenshot, our stochastic was at a significant level where it crossed above 70%. Now, if you can look at different places before where the market crossed above 70, you can also see how some buying activity was reflected there. So we pretty much like to use the stochastic for confirmation. For me, if it's facing up, the market is going up. If it's facing down, the market is usually going down. And if it's moving sideways, it's reflected in the market also moving sideways. Let's look at the stochastic here. We can see it moving sideways, and we can see the market also moving sideways. Let's look at the stochastic here. We can see the stochastic is clearly facing down, and we can see the market was also selling at that time. So if I have strong bullish confirmations on my stochastic, like it's facing up and it's above a significant level, I'm going to be creating a bias in my mind for a buy. Now, another thing I noticed, and you'll see where I marked here, was a previous level of support. The market got higher than that level of support, and it started to cross above the 200 EMA. I'm going to turn off these other two EMAs, and we're just going to focus on the 200 in this instant. So what you need to know about moving averages is that when the market is below this moving average, it typically will use that as an area of resistance, and you'll see how it gets close to that point and then it rejects it and it sells. When the market is above the EMA, which is this thick black line, you'll notice how it is a strong area of support. Now, let's look at a case where the market had crossed below the EMA and was selling. It came down to an area of support. It crossed above the EMA, and then the market has continued to push past that point. So whatever indicators you choose to use on your chart, just make sure that they are telling you something about the price and showing you where the market has the potential to go. So we can see we have a bullish confirmation on the stochastic, and we have the candles crossing above the black line. Now, I set my pending orders at the opening of this candle to retrace for a buy. And then I also set a buy limit at a previous high. Now, with a buy limit, if the market is, I set a buy stop at a previous high and a buy limit at a previous low. A buy limit means the market will come down and retrace a lower area before moving up. A buy stop means the market will go up and then continue to go up. So these black lines are the areas that I marked for potential places that the market could revisit. But we're going to go ahead and see what happened in this trade. When I'm doing buys, I typically will set my take profits at previous highs. And when I'm doing lows, I will set my take profits at previous lows. So let's look at these lines I have marked here. And let's also go back to 104.00, which was my pending order price. Right? So what I want us to pay attention to is if the market comes back down to this line, and then if it goes up to touch the previous two lines, we'll know that the analysis was correct. So let's go ahead and see what happened in this trade. So we can see that the market started to make its way up. It actually came down to take profit one after it triggered the pending order. And now we can see that it is revisiting that previous low, but it's not getting lower than that. And it's also not crossing under the EMA. And as we can see, the buy limit was triggered, the buy stop was triggered, and TP1 at 104.550 was hit. And it's just really nice because we can see the market structure super clear here. Now, what we're looking for, since EURUSD appears to be, and we can double check, right? Since EURUSD still appears to be up on the week, even though it's selling on the 15-minute, we're just looking for a retest to the previous low, and then it may exceed the next high. So an additional take profit that I have set here is, I believe, 104.80. Well, 104.80 should be here, 105.00. And as we can see, if the market continues to climb, it looks like we know where it will revisit. But I hope that this video was helpful. I just am explaining my trading process and how I am profitable in the foreign exchange market. If you guys have any questions about this video or any other videos that I post, you can leave a comment and I will do my best to get back to you. And also make sure that if you enjoyed this video and you learned something today, that you subscribe, because over 70% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel, even though they appear to be enjoying the content. So just subscribe. It helps me, it helps you, it helps push the content out into the algorithm, and it helps more people make more money. So that's really all I asked of you guys. That's all I have for this lesson today. Until next time, rich friends.